Arcus and Clairvoyant are confirmed for September. The Symbiote Supreme party is officially over, and arena scores are back to a stupid high again. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the 26th of August edition, that's your Monday edition of Marvel Contest of Champions news. Please consider hitting the like button and subscribing with post notifications on to help support the channel. That would be great. And put a comment down below about what you think about today's stories. But without further ado, let's get into the news. The first bit of news, or something to shout out, is that there's going to be an unofficial Marvel Contest of Champions community meetup. Yes, something's going to be taking place in Toronto. We're still trying to work out if we can get something together for the UK, but it's good to see that there are meetups and people are very passionate about the game, and this one in particular is taking place in Toronto. It is a free event and is taking place on Saturday, September 21st, 2019 between 6 PM and 9 PM. The link in the description will take you to this Eventbrite page, which allows you just to kind of register for this. So if anybody is in the Toronto area or Canada or can make this event, it'd be really good for everybody to meet for this. I personally won't be in attendance, but I'd love to see that people are meeting and obviously coming together as part of the Marvel Contest of Champions community. As I said, link in the description, go and check it out. In other news, and what the bloody hell is going on with all this censoring? Censoring in game is very, well, hot on. And the fact is, like, if you put in something even close to something that could be or couldn't be misconstrued as a swear word, it's kind of been censored. Even people are given instructions to things in Alliance Quest, Alliance Wars. Dungeons have had sometimes, we try to put a communication together and they're like, nah, that's censored. So what is going on? Because actually I've had times where people have actually been able to put swear words through and actually break the censor. So yeah, what is going on with that? But hang on, I don't know if this is a joke, but Mike Hawk, oh god, that makes me laugh. If anybody comes to my live streams, they'll probably get that reference because I have one of those things where it's text to speak for like donations and super chats. So if you put Mike Hawk, then the lady who speaks out, which is called Barb, will say what you think she's going to say. I don't think anybody's really got that. I mean, some people are probably laughing their heads off right now. But the fact is, if that person is saying they're putting in their name, then that could be that. I mean, that's a swear word in any case, but it's only from speaking it rather than seeing it. But they've also said that Jane Foster was kind of censored yesterday, and I don't get why. Obviously there's no screenshots to kind of show this, but it's disappointing if that was indeed the case. And Kabam Lyra is right that the game should be better at picking up certain words, especially when you're trying to give instructions. Now I guess that's why that we've got dungeons with such a command sequence, but it is important and kind of nice to have some sort of dialogue. Yeah, if someone's being abusive, that sucks and that's abusing it and that's not really good, but I feel that a lot of players in the community are a lot smarter than this, unless you kind of go to like global chat, which I haven't turned back on in probably about 6 months, and I don't plan to do it in the future. The fact is, it's just would be nice to have something that's a little bit less sensitive and certain words aren't taken away from communications. And here's an example here from Mike Hawk putting in communication, and just a simple communication. Again, just an example there. And just look, what's nothing harmless, but still censored. Now I know this might be not the kind of key aspect of news that people would want to see, but it's something that I feel that needs to be addressed because it's a communication factor. This game is very dependent on communication, Alliance Quest, Alliance Wars, dungeons, but if it's a case that people don't use things like the Line app or Discord, then in-game communication is the only way of talking to one another. And let's face it, predominantly a lot of people actually do that. So it would be nice for this to be really looked into and improved. On to our next story, and do you remember the 21st night of September? We were changing the minds of pretenders, chasing those clouds away. But more on that story later. Yes, September Champions are upon us, and as well, the event is going to be really cool because it's going to tie into the 80th birthday of Marvel, which is amazing. There's an Arcus, there's a Clairvoyant, one is a Vision and one's a Black Widow. But the fact is, they were the first iterations of those namesake holder things. I've done a video of it, a link is in the description, where we look over the comic book origins as well as their abilities that we're likely to see in game. Command Mike confirms that Amazing Fantasy is the event quest. Time After Time is the side quest, though there's still plenty of other cool things planned for September. Yay! yay! I think the only major reservation or kind of I don't know, boredom but this is that it seems to be a replication of recon initiatives and as well class trip in this kind of like time after time side quest, which look, we've had 3 this year and I don't know if it's something that I really want to do. If it's not that, then it's labs reoccurring. I'd just like to see something a bit different. And yeah, okay, we have had things like trials events. And those 3 things I remember the most now, and that's kind of annoying because I like to remember something new, something original side quest wise, something that, I mean, look, we can't have negative zones more than once, it seems. So let's have something new that's maybe a lot more fun, less time excessive to kind of grind through. And yeah, back to the word fun. Also, there's a community boss rush. I am participating. I have got a champion. That's, oh dear. I always feel like he's kind of like the touch of death, really. If you're going to put something out that people don't like. I think that I've done mine quite fairly. And that was the thing. I kind of wanted to give something that was slightly challenging, but also fairer to people. Because I just like doing that. Because I just wanted to make it a little bit more funner. Again, with the code word, trying to make it more fun. Rather than it being like, okay, well, is this for everybody? No. Will this be for some? Quite possibly. Am I trying to be as fair as possible with what I give out to people as a potential boss to go against? Yes. Does it have the meme factor to it as well? Yes. It is a purely rich the man boss that's been put in there. So look out for that. Fingers crossed you like it. And if you don't, oh, I don't know. You can just throw stuff at me, which will be difficult because it's through a computer. Yeah. Okay, and now on to something that's a bit serious, and that is all about Symbiote Supreme. Now, if you know, for a long time now, we've been dipping in and dipping out of this particular forum. I haven't dipped in this forum for a little while since the last time I covered it, and that's because nothing was happening. Sometimes Kabam don't really respond to these things unless it's a while down the line. And finally, a wild Kabam mic appears and responds with the following. He says, "Hey Summoners, we wanted to give an update on some of the issues raised here. In the next game update, we'll be updating the description of Null's Shadow to clarify that well-timed blocks trigger stagger with a 50% chance. Despite the error in the description, this is the percentage chance that is intended for Symbiote Supreme. After many back and forth conversations and tests, we had to make the decision to keep it as it is now, which is 50%. Any higher percentage would make Symbiote Supreme much more powerful than he already is in the area, which is not something that the champion needs. We apologize for the confusion caused by this description error. With relation to Nullify not dealing damage at the beginning of a fight, this is an issue that the team is still investigating to work towards and resolution. We have been able to reproduce it, but the solution is a complicated one, with many knock-ons to other abilities. While we are looking at this, it is not something that will be resolved in the next update. We appreciate your patience with relation to this issue." Now, what are really the knock-on effects from this? Well, people's thought processes are here. Here's a poll at the moment with what people's feedbacks are. And there are some people that do go down the line of saying, right, is this a tinfoil hat job? Do Kabam change champions and then go, right, well, what we'll do is we'll change the descriptions later on in order to benefit the change that they've gone to based on what we feel that they have to be scaled down to? I don't really know. That is kind of a tinfoil hat job. But sometimes you can see that, sometimes you can't. Unfortunately, with people not really coming to any kind of great agreement, as this is the forum and the debate then turns a little bit sour, people end up falling out, and this is the reason I suspect this will probably be closed at some point, because it's getting a little bit kind of like too toxic with people talking about whether or not they feel it is a nerf, it is an indifferent change, it is in some ways buff, but the fact is, it is something that's going to change about the character. I don't think it's going to make him completely ridiculously boring or not being able to damage output extensively, but definitely people may look at his worth and maybe choices about rank ups in the future. Either way, what are your thoughts? Have them in the comment section down below, but be civil. Now it's time for arena predictions. All my predictions down below at the moment, and I'm going to start with an apology. I apologize because the arena scores have gone too high again. Yes, they've gone back up to the bad old days, and now we're looking at 60 odd mil for a champion for a 5-star. Yeah, So I apologize. Also, the fact is, it looks like for a 4-star, again, we've gone a bit higher. So sorry, I got my predictions wrong, and in future I'll get them right, and they'll be overkilled based on the fact of this is what we've got nowadays. We've got a 4-star Sabretooth going for 1.7 mil, so that seems fine for round 2, but I'd maybe go up to like 1.8, 1.9 to be safe. Apologies, I did say 2.5 last week, so yeah, it's a lot less it seems. A 10.6 was enough to get you a 4-star Warlock at position 712, so I probably think that's going to be safe to say about 11, 11.5 mil for the round 2. And yeah, bad old days indeed, because we're back up to things like 63 mil to get a position like this. So I can imagine that it's not going to be anything pleasant. We're probably going to be, again, like late 50 mils, like 58, 59 mil, that is going to be shooting to at least get that 5-star version. So that sucks, but that's just how it goes. And if you wanted a 3-star version, I've probably not put it down there, but 1.5 mil would be safe for that one. So yeah, there we have it. That has been Marvel Contest of Champions news for Monday the 26th of August 2019. If you enjoyed the news, please hit the like button, subscribe for more. Check out some other content here, and also my second channel, and the subscribe buttons for this channel are here as well. And yeah, like, I should catch you later on in a live stream. This will be the final week that I'll be live streaming on YouTube before making a jump over to Twitch. Link to twitch.com is in the description, so go and hit me up there and follow there. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye for now.